no desire to socialize with anybody.
Why? Yeah.
Emily doesn't either.
I love how George you picked Jack though, and you didn't like he was like because he shreds on the guitar. And
But
like,
not me.
Not Adam.
Adam doesn't shred on the guitar.
But
Jack
Adam
shreds
doesn't shred on the guitar.
Sorry, Adam.
Hey, you know, I mean,
Yeah, okay.
Hello.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good.
Awesome. Thank you guys for meeting with me today. I'm Melissa, by the way.
Great to meet you.
So let's get started. So my first question is, so you guys have come a long way. You guys have been a band for a while, and you've been on TikTok for a while before you finally blew up on the platform, now with 1.6 million followers. So my question is, how did it all start?
Well, that's a long answer.
Yeah.
That we'll have to condense.
Yeah.
Well, we were musicians for the longest time, and then we went to a musical expo 3-4 years ago.
yeah, around 2000, yeah.
And they said that you have to do social media. If you want to be in the career of music, you have to do social media. So we picked it up and we joined TikTok when it was Musically.
Yeah.
So, and we were on there for a long time, and then it changed to TikTok, and then we just kept plugging away at just posting videos every day, and eventually stuff started to stick, the content.
Yeah. And then we had that one viral video.
It all started with the Don't Flinch challenge, and then
Yeah.
it went from there. So
And everything just went from there.
Right.
Yeah, and how many years would you say you've been a band?
We had
Seven.
6
about
years?
6 years, I
years.
think now.
Yeah.
Approaching
Years.
7 years.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's been a while. And
Yeah.
I know some of you took, or I think all of you took piano lessons at a young age, right? Before you actually got into your own instruments. So what can you tell me about like the evolution of SM6 band?
Okay, well,
Okay.
George, that can take. That's
Yeah, that all started we started with piano at a very young age. I think I was 8 or something like that, and then eventually after many years of doing piano, we expressed other interests in different instruments. So Adam picked up guitar, Emily picked up drums, and then it just happened to be we happened to play all the instruments
of a band.
of a band required for a
Yeah.
band. So then
And Emily and Adam played at
A talent show.
yeah,
Talent
just
show at our
a school
school.
talent show. She just did drums and he just did guitar for a performance. And people were like, "You guys should start a band. You've got a guitarist, you've got a drummer." And then they're like, "We need a bassist." Yeah, and piano. We just need a bassist and we need a singer. And we're like, "Okay." And then it just kind of fell into place. Yeah.
And how did you decide which instrument that you wanted to play?
Well, I've always wanted to play guitar,
And I've always wanted to play drums.
Yeah.
Since,
Yeah.
3 years old.
and then Jack wanted to play guitar too. So it's kind of just everyone kind of fell into place.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to play the exact instruments that were necessary
Yeah.
for the band.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
happened to be perfect.
Isabel just took up bass because we said, "Izzo, we need a bassist." So we
And we said, okay.
So I was like, I guess I'll learn bass.
And
Yeah.
I up with piano because that's the instrument that I play even before piano lessons I play on this toy piano that I really like, so piano just kind of resonated with me, so
Yeah.
I just stuck with that.
Yeah, and Isabel, is it hard to sing and play the bass at the same time?
At first it was, at first it definitely was, but I think it's natural now. For me it is.
Yeah, definitely. And I believe that a few of you guys, I think Isabel, Adam, and Emily, I think you were, if I remember correctly, you were in college a few years pursuing performing arts. So what was it like going to college so young, and how was it possible to do that?
Well, yeah, it was one of our local colleges that we started attending just because we wanted to further our knowledge of music, and it was quite a journey, or what's it called, a process to get us enrolled in that college because we were so young.
Yeah, because Emily was 12,
I was
right?
12, and they said the youngest they've ever allowed to go to college was 13.
Yeah.
And I was going to be turning 13 in the semester, so they allowed me.
And so at first it took a while, but
Emily did a lot of percussion classes there. I did some voice classes.
Yeah.
Singing as well. And then we all did voice classes. George too. But
we originally started college early though, just so we could get it done early, and we were taking our GEDs and getting that stuff done. But then we just started focusing on music classes, and then we did it for a few years, and then we just wanted to focus on our career. And
So we took a sabbatical from school altogether, and then
Yeah.
everything started blowing up. And like, okay,
Yeah, and now here you are
yeah,
with,
Yeah.
a new, with a new EP out.
yeah.
Yes.
which is
So
very
let's
cool.
let's talk about the new EP. So what would you say is the inspiration behind it?
Well, we wrote those songs.
A long
Years
time
ago. They were
Yeah.
actually some of our first songs we wrote.
Yeah, like Never It was one of the first ones. You know?
Yeah.
And then so we wrote those songs, then we wrote newer songs. So we released the newer songs first, and then we said we should release these songs. So we went back to our older ones and we made it an EP. But that was like, it was us actually exploring our musical interests in that EP. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of different. We were just trying to figure out who we are as musicians. That was like a huge inspiration.
And so because we originally released it back in 2018.
Yeah, it was we released the music, but then we took it down, released
Yeah.
newer music, re-recorded the old stuff, and then released it.
Yeah,
now.
so this new EP, it's been out before, but we wanted to bring it back. So like we wanted to re-record it because there's something special
emotional
about
attachment
having
to it.
Yeah.
about some of the first music and hearing the differences in all the songs, I think.
Yeah, and I know Oddity didn't make it onto this EP. So is there like a reason for that? Did you want to keep it as like just a main single?
Oddity, yeah, I think those Oddity, LA, all the other songs we recorded, those were its kind of own entities.
Yeah.
And this
Those
was,
are, yeah, like our newer songs.
and the EP is kind of it's like this package deal. It's all of our older songs that we wanted to bring back just for us for memories and to remember where we came from. So that's why
Perfect's an older song though too.
Yeah.
It
It's
is.
like we released that, way back, but it was like we wrote Perfect right around the same time we wrote the EP that we just released.
So the EP is kind of just a collection of our older songs at like our beginnings, I would say.
Yeah, sounds good. And honestly, I think Oddity deserves to be its own entity because it's such a great song. It's my favorite song of you guys.
Oh,
thank you.
Yeah, I love the music video as well. I love, your outfits in that video. It's just so inspirational, I would say.
Thank you.
So what is your songwriting process? And I know, Isabel, you've said in the past that you're kind of like the main songwriter of the group. You're the one who comes with the lyrics first. So what is your process with that? Like, does everyone else in the band kind of help with the lyrics, or do you guys just kind of like just write your own instrument part?
Well, usually I come up with like a chorus or an idea for a song, and then I bring it to the band. I said, hey guys, I have this new idea. And then I just kind of, I show them it. And then if they want to continue like with that song, then I would write all the lyrics for it, but everyone would write their parts, instrument, thank you, instrument parts by themselves. And I'll be like, we want something like this. We need something more like this. But yeah, I'm like the lyricist, and then everyone writes their parts to fit the song and add the characters and
and then
the
we come back
quirkiness
and
and
then
stuff.
see what happens, in the next
Yeah.
rehearsal. And if it works, it's great,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Now, is it hard writing a song?
Depends. If it's off of it's really easy when it's off of personal experiences and emotions, because it's like something you've been wanting to say and you finally know how to say it. And
It can be hard when you put a lot of pressure on saying this has to be a perfect song. This got.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
No.
That can make it very hard. But if
Yeah.
you just let things flow and you just trust the process and you just write as many songs as you can, it's actually quite easy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And do you guys have more songs like in the vault of songs that you released before?
Oh my God. We have about,
20.
we've got like 70 finished songs.
Oh wow.
That
Like
are,
100 ideas.
and then hundreds of recordings and ideas that I haven't even like looked back on my phone. But yeah, we've got like 70 finished ones, and it's so funny because we actually pick. We look at the list. And
Yeah.
we're like, what do we want to release next? Is
Yeah.
this worthy? Is this we
Mhm.
pick up, and it's really hard sometimes. But I've been really happy with our decisions so far. With all
Yeah,
of
and
them.
sometimes we go back at like ideas from years ago that we find, and then we're like, ooh, let's build off of it now.
That's
And now
really
we have,
great. And
now you can
review
finally now we finally know how we could write the song, because sometimes you can't get out the
sometimes you
idea
just
that
put
you're
the song on the shelf for
Yeah, we have a
years
thing
and-
called the shelf, and it's like when we're writing a song and we're getting nowhere, we say, okay, let's put that on the shelf, and then
Come back.
like months later, sometimes years later, we come back and then we redo it, and it sounds way better than what it could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's awesome. You guys have so much more to look forward to with these unreleased songs, and your fans have so much more to look forward to as well. Like you guys can have like 5 albums worth of songs.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So, what is each of your favorite songs on the EP and why? Like, which songs do you guys resonate with the most?
I love Never and Overboard, definitely. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure why. It's just like Overboard, I think like the vintage feel. And then Never, I love the way the guitar starts out in the beginning with the echo and like the
Mhm.
chords.
I would say either Overboard or Too Young.
Really? Too young? I would say Overboard or Perfect.
I was thinking Perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was thinking Perfect just because like the memory of like writing it. You know?
Yeah, the memory of writing it.
Yeah.
And I think I hold an attachment to Perfect now, like a lot, because the music video we used, we had fans join in on the video, and they would say something people have called them, and then they would flip it over and say, I'm perfect.
Yeah.
And I just like that. Oh, every time I watch that video, I'm
Yeah.
still like, oh, it brings me
absolutely.
to almost tears, because, so yeah, for Perfect for me, and then probably Overboard too.
Mine would either be Never or Perfect.
Yeah.
We didn't give a solid answer. I'm sorry. We said this or this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We're very.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're all great songs, so I don't blame you.
Very indecisive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jack, what do you think? What would you say is your favorite song?
My favorite song is probably Overboard to play.
I'm surprised no one said new.
Wait,
No one
is
says
it
new yet.
today or is it on
Just our favorite song in general.
oh, in general?
Oh, I thought on the
Oh.
On the EP,
Yeah.
Yeah.
EP for me is perfect, but like to play it's new because it's like it's a fun
Yeah.
part to play
Yeah.
on the piano. So I mean,
The
yeah.
song "New" is
Yeah.
a very fun one to play live.
Yeah.
Yeah, personally, my favorite is Overboard, but like I said, I love every song on the EP.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect has been stuck in my head today, though. Like for me, like whenever I listen to an album, my favorite song like always changes. Like I always let the songs like marinate first before I can actually declare a favorite, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all really good. So what is each of the songs about? Like give me a rundown of what they're all about and like the inspiration behind each song.
Lizzle wrote a lot of lyrics, so I'll let her take.
Oh wow.
So
Okay,
good on
I
the
wrote them
line.
so long ago. Okay, so let's see. Let's start off with Perfect. Okay, so Perfect was we wrote that all together because we've all had bullying experiences in middle school and high school, and we just kind of wrote it off of that, and how bullies, they make you feel insecure about things that you wouldn't have before, and it just really showing that none of that should matter. No one's opinion should matter. It's all about self-love and
Accept
just
who you are,
accepting, accepting who you
So we want
are.
to spread that message of self-love.
So that's
with the song.
perfect. Overboard, we wrote that one because we were taking a class at Berkeley College of Music.
Oh,
And we had to write a certain format for a song, and so Overboard was written by that, but it was inspired by a billboard I saw. We were driving in the car, and we were coming home from some gig really late, and there was a billboard on the highway that said, and it was a movie called
Overboard.
Overboard.
I don't know if I've seen it.
Yeah, it's a movie called Overboard. I'm like, I like that. And then I started going, I don't want to go. And then that's how Overboard kind of came
It's like
about.
fell into place.
Yeah, from a billboard. So that's Perfect, Overboard. New.
Where did "New" come from?
New was, well, because I was just,
That started with a chord progression, I think.
yeah, that started with the chord progression with the chorus. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it started with like a jam session. We just started like playing something and then
That was a jam session kind of thing where we just started
it
playing
just kind of
something
fell
and
into place.
the lyrics fell into place.
yeah. So that one just kind of fell all together, which was really cool. What's it? Too Young. Too Young was inspired by
It's
a
running
person.
after a boy.
It was a guy I liked, and and I was 17.
They're gonna say
16.
7. I was like, what?
No, not 7. I was like 16 or 17, and I like that person. And there, you always see people say like, oh, you're too young to fall in love. You're too young to date. You're too young to know what love is. And so I just wanted to write a song about that. Like, I don't know, teen love is like powerful and stuff. And so I think a lot of people feel that. And so I wanted to write something like that. And then, what's the last one? Never. Wait, we said never. Did we do never?
No.
No, I think you did no.
Okay. Never. It was Adam and I.
We wrote that one, yeah.
Yeah,
We started
because
writing that one.
Adam was playing on the guitar, and I was like, "Hey, play this chord progression," and you started playing that, and the melody just kind of fell into place, and then we felt like we wanted to write something that was just about like.
We just wanted a fun song to bop your head to. So
That was like our first
Good
rockin'
chant
song.
right
that's the first like rock
Yeah.
song we wrote together.
Because everyone's had, I think, a relationship where they're just like, they've had a breakup and they're just like, I don't want you back. Like, I'm over you. I am done. Don't you come back to me. And so that's what we wanted to write about.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to write about, because I've noticed a lot of your songs are about that, like that young love at 17. I think that's probably like the best place to get inspiration from.
Yeah, definitely.
And this question's for Adam. What was it like getting a guitar solo on the EP?
Finally, Jack hogging all the spotlight. No, I'm kidding. That was great. I love doing them. I love having that freedom just to jump out, especially when we're performing live. I love going out in front of the stage and just, the creative freedom with it.
Yeah.
So it's especially when, let's see, I don't know where I was going with that, but it was fun. I'm very happy I got to do that because I love just like playing around and expressing myself in that way. Guitar is great.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
Yeah.
more.
And there's more to come.
Yeah, I can't wait. And Jack, when is your guitar solo coming?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He had them in like LA.
Yeah.
And the Christmas song.
In the Christmas.
nice.
So
Plus, you
Yeah.
have those 75 shelf songs that you get to look forward to. You can add
They're
like
all
solos.
My
They're all Jack solos.
Sounds good. So my next question is, what was it like filming these music videos? Because I went to the premiere today, and I loved the setting. It was on a roof. So what was that like, filming on a roof?
It was awesome.
It was
The
Yeah.
parking was really hard.
yeah.
We had to haul all of our equipment across like several blocks.
Yeah, and then
Upstairs.
up an elevator, and we were like all squished in the elevator with all the
Yeah.
equipment stacked
And
up.
then the rooftop was huge, so we had to carry it all the way down the rooftop.
Oh
And
yeah.
when the sun was very hot up there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It was really hot, and it was like in the late evening that we filmed it. It was yeah,
Yeah.
and so it was really really hot up there.
Oh, I remember
And we
that.
were
We were
racing
trying to
against the
hide.
sun. We were racing against the sun, and then the building was closing down, the one we were filming on top of, and we went like an hour over filming. So they're like, we gotta shut down. The building's closing. We're locking the doors. So we were like rushing all of our equipment
Yeah.
out.
But it
Yeah.
was pretty amazing. It was like easy to get like locked into like the view of LA,
It's kind of-
'cause it was.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, being on the roof when we were racing against time with like the sun, the first beginning shot was actually the last shot we did, where we
Oh,
were
yeah.
running up to our instruments. The sun was setting, but the way it looked in the video, it looked like it was rising.
Yeah.
So throughout the video, it looked like it was just progressing throughout the day, which I
Yeah.
thought was really
That was
cool.
the last thing we filmed.
Mhm.
But
So I
it
thought
was
that
filmed actually at night. So it was when the sun was setting.
Yeah.
But it looked like it was going on throughout the day. So I thought that was really cool. It was fun.
Yeah, and Overboard is the next music video, right? Like that's the last song, the only song left.
That music video was something else to shoot.
It was.
Windy.
We had to climb up several sand dunes with our equipment with the
But
amps.
then like
Yeah.
our car with the equipment was parked.
It was parked at
Oh,
least
like-
like a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, a quarter of a mile away from the location.
So and we had to carry it. And we
In the
couldn't-
sand too.
and we had to carry it because we couldn't use like a dolly or
Yeah.
anything because the sand you couldn't push it through. So we had to carry amps all the way over up
Yeah.
sand
Yeah.
dunes.
That
Yeah.
was definitely the most challenging
Oh.
video because like even performing it, because like with like
The
jumping
wind
around
was
the
so
sand,
intense there too.
Yeah, I was surprised how hard it is to like jump around in sand and
I
perform.
tripped.
Yeah, we fell a few times. But it's so funny because when we were filming this, we always say, "Oh my God, it's so hot, it's so windy, all these things." But it always gives like so many good stories to tell.
It does.
And
Yeah.
experiences. It's so funny because every time we film a music video, it's never just like a smooth sailing video. There's always some problem, but it always makes like such a great story.
Yeah, it was so cold I could like barely play.
Mhm.
Like my
The breeze off the
instrument,
ocean
like,
was pretty intense.
It was pretty
Yeah.
intense. It was really windy and cold, so I could barely move my fingers. Like
Yeah, and George was wearing like a tank top, and I was wearing like a t-shirt type thing with shorts, and I was cold, and so Adam let me borrow his jacket because he had 2 jackets. He always brings extra with him, and so he let me wear his leather jacket, and I was just wearing it in the whole video, and I just ended up wearing the winter coat or the jacket.
There were birds trying to go after the drone.
Yeah,
They kept on trying to attack the drone.
We had drone shots, so then there was like, yeah.
It was easiest
Swooping
for me because I was wearing a big sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweater jacket.
Adam lost his dog tag.
I had
Or
a
the-
necklace and I broke it while
Yeah.
performing.
Oh
And
wow.
so many
Lots.
stories.
Well, it's a small price to pay for a great music video, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that actually leads me into my next question, and it's what were your biggest challenges while making this E EP?
Well.
like recording the music videos or
I
like
think everything
recording.
in general.
Yeah, I guess just in general, like maybe the writing process, like maybe was there a time where you guys had writer's block or something along those lines?
I don't think there was not too many problems. to
There
be
wasn't
honest.
too many. Well, there was. I remember with Perfect, there was a few blocks because I'm very picky when it comes to lyrics, and we were writing the verses. I remember sitting all together. We had soft pretzels, and we went to it. We had some soft pretzels, and we're just eating that.
I
And we're all
remember
sitting
that.
on the floor trying to come up with lyrics for Perfect. And they're like, "How about this line?" I'm like, no. We wanted every line in that song to be just perfect and meaningful. And so it took actually weeks to write that one because
That one required us, to like come back, just come back with fresh mind. And,
Yeah, we wanted it
Yeah.
to be perfect.
and so that one I think was the most, I would say, not challenging, but
Like, we had to dig deep and like really think about what
Yeah,
we wanted to say.
to write.
And all the other songs got done pretty quick.
Yeah.
There was no challenge, I don't think, necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like now, so like when we recorded them, they were already done, So there was I think
A lot of
the
little
most-
obstacles, a lot of little things we had to overcome, but it was
Yeah.
nothing huge, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. And so going off of that, what would you say would be the biggest challenge in general, just kind of getting where you are today?
Well, one of our old problems was before our TikTok took off, getting people to take us seriously for one, because we were kids.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
People don't really take kids seriously.
Oh,
in
right,
the
yeah.
music business.
A
so-
group of kids at that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were younger looking too, so like,
Yeah.
but we still had the same passion, and people didn't take that seriously. So that was one of the definitely.
Yeah, a lot of
The harder
venues
things.
didn't, like allow us or like let us, perform.
Yeah, they
in
didn't, like,
their
book
spaces
us for
because,
gigs.
that was like,
Yeah.
for like, professional bands, like adults, So I
And
think that's
we-
like the biggest,
And we
challenge so
originally
far.
released an album, and I remember we didn't do social media like at all. That's when we kind of first started it, and we were trying to get into it, but we didn't have anybody that would listen to our music, and it was so hard to get people to listen. And we would have like download cards. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it was just so hard. And now it's so much easier because now that we have an audience that wants to listen to it, we're just so grateful for that. But I remember
It was a
just
long
like
journey to get where we're
trying to get
Yeah.
people to listen to the music.
It was just
Yeah.
so frustrating.
And playing empty gigs and just like
Yeah.
wanting it's hard. I think definitely mentally, I think a lot of artists feel like this, but like playing so many empty gigs and then just continuing that and then knowing to keep pushing forward. But we did, and here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of people not taking you seriously, now I know you guys have had like a bunch of hate comments on your TikTok, and which is essentially what Oddity is about. So what was it like kind of like seeing those comments on your social media, and how did you deal with that?
Well, we just didn't look. I don't think we just ignored
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We didn't go into our comments because it's hard. You can say you're not going to take those things to heart, and you're not going to, you don't care, but you could it's hard when you see a comment like that, one comment, let alone thousands. So we just ignored it the best we could. And we just kept posting our content. We said, we're going to be ourselves and we're just going to do us. And
we didn't want to let, other people, define, who we are.
We're not,
we wanted to keep going. And, despite everything, and just continue to be our true self.
And there's no point in looking at it and then trying to like comment something back. And then it's because you have no idea what they're going through at the same time. So it's like, there's just no point. Don't look at it, ignore it, keep doing you, and don't let it affect you. And so that's what we did.
And I think it also helped that we also all had each other.
Yeah.
Instead of being like alone and going through that, we had each other to like talk to or, just support each other. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And that actually leads me to my next question, which is, what's it like being in a band with your siblings?
It's awesome.
It's great. It's like we're all in the same household. So like anytime we want to rehearse, we just we call
hey guys, let's
and
go.
We're always right
The
there.
hardest part about being in a band with your siblings is no one focuses. We're so comfortable with each other that like we don't care. So they're like, it's hard getting everyone to focus and actually buckle down and
That's true.
work on something. Mainly Jack.
Sorry, Jack.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jack, what?
Can you give me some like anecdotes from times when you were like just trying to practice but you just couldn't?
Every day.
Yeah, there's always something, every day. But like we do manage to like, get
band rehearsals, trying to make videos. I'm at least 10 minutes saying, guys, focus. We gotta make this video, guys. Guys. Jack's out there chasing a butterfly. That'd be Ellie.
That is not me.
Jack is just throwing rocks up in the air.
Yeah.
Like doing so, I don't know.
It's okay. I just want to have fun.
Do you guys ever feel like pressured to be in a band with your siblings? Because George, you made this point where you guys are all in the same household. So do you ever feel like that pressure, like there's like a blurred line between like personal life and work?
I think our work is our personal life.
Yeah.
And it's not as bad as it sounds. We love the work that we do, and it's something that we really enjoy. It's like doing your hobby every day. So it's not. I wouldn't even call it work, but we always have our time where we decompress and relax and just chill, watch our TV shows, and go out sometimes when we can.
When we can.
But it's almost like our work is our personal life too. It's
really like music has always just kind of been like a way of life for us, because we've been doing it literally our whole lives, so it's kind of like it's always been there. It's just a part of our life,
Yeah. And what is a day in the life of SM6 band?
Okay.
You get up
Coffee first.
4:30. We've been getting up like around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then we'll work out. We'll have our coffee then, we'll have our breakfast, we'll do our band rehearsal, and make TikToks, writing. Then the rest of the day is always something different, whether we're collabing with another influencer or
rehearsals, getting demos together for new songs.
We usually have band meetings.
Yeah, we have meetings a lot.
Lots of Zooms.
Yeah.
So there's we actually have a giant whiteboard of stuff like off to our left of stuff. Of different goals and different things we have to do this weekend.
But it's like the beginning of the day is the same, but then like after lunchtime, that's kind of like
it's like after it's like 11:30, 12. All that always stays the same. The workout, the band rehearsals, and then
but then after 12, it's like things are always different.
Everything's always different.
Yeah.
Always something new, which is fun.
Yep. And do you guys have any other hobbies besides music? Like what do you do when you're not playing music?
We'll just go down the line because I know everyone has separate hobbies. So, you want to start?
Yeah, well, so besides music, like my few hobbies of mine is like I love doing videography. So I do did a lot of the vlogs and like our YouTube videos, and I also love writing as well. So those are my hobbies.
I like reading. It's pretty much all I do. I do music and I read.
I like drawing.
I don't really draw as much, but I think
Same with George. I love to write, so that's definitely one of my side passions.
If I have free time, I either like journal or sketch or I practice acting because I don't take any acting classes yet, but I enjoy doing it. So I just try my best to like practice and just have fun with it. Yeah.
DIY, do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gonna go first? Or
Ali,
No,
you
you
go
go ahead.
You go ahead. Ali.
I gotta say either arts and crafts, although I don't really do it anymore, but that I'm starting to get really interested into makeup, and I love reading like Isabel and
Ellie
writing.
does a lot of makeup. I've seen her do that
Yeah.
where she looks in the mirror and she like practices all the different you
Looks.
really can tell
I
yeah, all the different looks.
Yeah.
But she always asks her for her phone and she can look up photos and try to copy it. So
Yeah, that and I kind of. Well, now I'm waiting for it. I can't remember. So goodbye.
I don't know, actually.
Jack is the king of doing nothing actually.
Yeah.
He'll watch cars go down the road, he'll look in the fridge, he'll I don't know, he'll
He's
just
like, wow.
he's
Yeah.
always he seems like he's always doing something, but in reality it's nothing.
Throwing rocks during band practice.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
You understand.
I love
Okay.
you guys all have like somewhat similar hobbies outside of music. Like a bunch of you said you love to read and write. So that's
Yeah.
awesome that you guys, you have a common ground as siblings. That's really cool to hear.
Yeah, it's very good. It's all like in the arts too, which is
Yeah.
I mean, I like the bungee jump.
Maybe that'll be your next music video. Just everyone
Yes.
bungee.
Yeah, just the
Yeah.
GoPro, but just like
That'd be so funny.
while you're singing.
Yeah. Is that something that's like on your bucket list?
I would
bungee
I do it.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
do it
Yeah.
because your whole life is depending on that on that cable.
So
So
many people do it. I would do it.
I would not do
I
it.
go bungee jumping.
Jack won't go on a roller coaster, so.
Yeah, Jack's scared of a lot of things.
Jack won't go on the Little Dipper.
That's normal though. That's a very common fear.
Mhm.
My whole life is depending on that cable. I'm not gonna
I'd
do
zip
it.
line for sure.
I'd
Zip
zip
line.
line.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Line would be
Yeah.
fun.
I'm with Jack though. I would never bungee jump. I would not do that. But anyway, so my next question is how much work goes into your content? Because you're constantly producing content, whether it's like, your 2 TikToks a day, you have YouTube video every Friday, your TikTok live on Friday, Instagram live on Saturday. So, how much work actually goes into it? Because I feel like a lot of times people don't really like understand how much work social media actually could be.
Oh, it's quite a lot actually.
It is a lot.
We try to like pick a day or something like that where we just kind of discuss, okay, what are we gonna do as far as like YouTube goes? Like we kind of discuss, okay, what do we want to do today? Do we want to do like a challenge or do we want to do a vlog or something? So that-
YouTube
that's
usually
kinda-
takes like half a day.
that usually
Yeah, to film.
And TikTok we come up with every single day, and sometimes you go through a dry spell where you can't really think of any ideas.
And
But
so it takes hours to think of something.
that was mainly when we were in Chicago because the weather was always dull.
Gloomy.
It was
That's
always
the worst.
and it was cold outside when it
Yeah.
became winter. It's hard, you can't go outside and film anything. But now that we're in LA, it's always sunny. It's
Yeah.
always nice outside, so you can go anywhere and film anything. So
Yeah.
for that, we just make up on the fly every day.
Yeah, that's like in the morning, like and we get that done in the morning, so it's like ready to post that too.
Yeah, so those are rather fast. Then Instagram photos, we just snap on. We have a Nikon camera. We just snap photos in the moment of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we take those along. Like if like we're going out to do a YouTube video, we're going out to make TikTok. We just bring the camera with, and we just kind of multitask.
And we'll
it.
snap
we get
photos
some,
whenever we want, yeah.
pictures, and just bank those up.
Okay, I have like an idea. I was like, hey, let's do that. Hey, let's try this,
Yeah.
We just have a really good schedule
Yeah.
that makes everything very organized, so we're able to get everything
But it
done.
is a lot of work. Don't.
Yeah.
It's a lot of multitasking, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you guys have your own individual TikTok accounts. So that's even more content to produce.
Yeah.
I'm working on producing more.
Yeah.
It's like
Barely
once a
post
week.
on there.
George
Yeah.
posts like a month.
I don't really post on that. Yeah. It's just kind of up there.
It's more and more content.
I love George's last TikTok about the introduction to the stuffed animals. I absolutely love that one, by the way.
Oh, you like that?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I want to know like what drives you guys, what pushes you forward and makes you say like I want to pursue music.
Yeah. Well, we had this vision since we were really young. We just want to be performers. We want to be on stage, and that's the end goal for us. So that's always what we're aiming for. When we wake up every day, that's the end
Yeah.
goal, just to be performing musicians. Because becoming like having our TikTok account like blow up last year, it was never really our intention. It was mainly, and now that we still have it, it's mainly we want to become musicians. We want to be musicians first. So influencers is not the end goal, or being a social media influencer. That's not our goal. It's to be a musician and go on tour, and so that's what we're always working for.
And I think everyone kind of had like that spark of like what made them want to continue performing. Like for me, like even like if it was like before the band, like for me it was like I played the piano at a talent show, and that's when I realized, oh, I love performing. And then I'm sure you guys had that made you want.
Well, because I think it was the first time we performed live, and we came off stage and everyone was like clapping and stuff because it was a talent show, so there was people there. And so we came off stage and our dad was filming us, and he said, "How do you feel, guys?" And we're like, "That was awesome." And we said, "We want to do this for the rest of our lives." And that's kind of when we knew. And I think we just all have that in the back of our mind.
And it's like, and it's like the fact of like knowing is like, because like when we're, when you create music and then you have somebody that, like dancing to that in the car, then to like, some like perfect day or something like this. So then every time they hear that song, it reminds them of that memory. Like I know we have that with like a lot of different songs, and I think that's cool that we're able to do that as well.
Yeah, definitely. And what strengths do you have that believe make you guys great musicians?
What was the question?
What strengths you said?
Yeah, what strengths do you have that you believe makes you like really great musicians? Like, what do you think? Like, what do you think makes up a good musician?
Okay, I think work ethic.
Yeah.
I mean,
it doesn't matter. You want to go on?
I know we're on the same page.
Yeah, we are.
It doesn't matter how naturally talented you are as a musician, or if you're gifted in anything in particular, if you don't have the work ethic. So, you just gotta keep working, and that's what we did. Not to sound conceited or anything, but or selfish, but we just kept working, and I think that's the main reason
because Adam, no offense to you, Adam, but Adam had a terrible rhythm. I'm
not a gifted musician. I'm not
horrible, but you've worked at it and you've been practicing every single day, and now he's great.
Oh, thank you.
but it's really the work ethic.
And I think it too is just like being open to trying, like new things, and being open to learn, because it's like it's a never-ending learning process, and just kind of knowing that there's not really ever gonna be a time where it's okay, I've reached the top, my limitations. There's always gonna be it's a life learning process. So I think it's like accepting that it makes it more fun, and it makes it kind of more wondrous. And
you gotta love it. You gotta love it, and we love it. So we'll work for it.
Yeah, for sure. And Adam, you mentioned touring before. So speaking of that, do you guys have any plans to tour in the future, or is it kind of uncertain because of everything going on with COVID?
We actually have a meeting about that today.
Oh, nice. Can you like spill anything yet?
We don't have any details yet. So
okay.
Confirm yes or no, but we have a meeting about that today.
Yeah.
Probably one for next week.
We've been talking about it, and today's another one, a meeting about it. But we can't really say.
We'll go no further.
I feel like I'm gonna say something accidentally. So.
Okay, but there are plans to tour in the future.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. And you guys have toured in the past. You guys went on the on a 2009 summer tour. And you've, like you said before, you've been performing for a while, for years before you guys blew up on TikTok. So what's it like to perform on stage? What would you say is your favorite part?
My favorite part is when this is for me, when you get lost in the music, and it's just that perfect moment where you're jumping around stage and you're, what you have to play, but you're not even thinking about it. You're just there in the moment.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's probably the same for me.
I was gonna say either that or when I'm playing in when I see the smiles on the people's faces, the audience faces.
Yeah.
That's what makes me.
That you're making them happy.
I really love seeing people smile in the audience, because knowing they're having a good time and I'm having a good time, it just, I don't know, we're all in that moment together. And I also really love the moment right when we're about to go on stage. Every single
That
time, even though I've been
adrenaline,
on stage like hundreds of times, it's like I still get the butterflies, and I love the feeling though at the same time.
Yeah.
And then you run up on stage and you just start the show and people are like yelling and it's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and you guys have such good stage presence, and I think that really shines in your music videos that you've been putting out for this EP. And I think that's just because you guys have such a great bond as siblings that you guys just all vibe with each other, and I love it.
Yeah. Well, originally we were just standing still on the stage.
It was a long
It was a
process
long
of
process
stage
to get to where we are with our stage presence now.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you got to put yourselves out there, and it's uncomfortable at first. but
Yeah, like you might feel like you're doing too much, or you're like, is this weird?
There's never too much stage presence.
Yeah.
Because before we filmed those music videos, we did a stage presence
coaching,
coaching thing, and then they gave us some like choreography or things that we can do in the music videos, and then we incorporated that into the
But it's awkward at first for sure. But
Yeah, definitely. So what's next for SM6? I know you guys mentioned that you have like a meeting about touring, but where do you guys see yourself in like 5 or even 10 years? What do you hope to accomplish?
Well, in 5 to 10 years, we hope the end goal is to just be touring musicians where we can do
touring
this.
the world.
Touring the world.
Yeah.
Arena shows. That's the end goal for us, just to be able to do this as a career and not worry about anything else except producing music and doing exactly what we're doing now, but with no worries about anything in particular. Like,
Yeah, and it is a lot easier now too, because like now that we're in LA, there's like there's a lot more studios close by, so we can like record music, really, whenever we want. So
and I will say that being here in LA, there's a lot of things that we didn't even expect that will be coming our way, and different avenues.
Yeah, because there's a lot happening right now behind the scenes, and we're having so many meetings a week.
Yeah.
And we can't talk about it.
So the end goal is to be performing musicians, but there might be something else there, that another avenue that we weren't even aware of, that's just coming to light now that we can't mention, but who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how is LA, by the way? Because you guys moved down there like a month ago. What's it like?
It was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was about 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah. And when we left, we were all wearing winter coats, and it was freezing outside. And we come here, and it's like 70 and 80 degrees.
Yeah.
Like, this is great.
So, we love it. We love the weather.
Yeah.
The weather's great for those rooftop music videos.
Oh, yeah.
So what is something that most people don't know about you guys? Because you share a lot on social media. So is there anything that, your fans don't know about you?
I'm an open book.
Yeah.
Well, I know George, and I don't know if he's mentioned this, I think you have, but I'm also very into meditation. And so I do that all the time in the morning. That's one of my things I do a lot. I think George just mentioned that.
Everyone's into Zumba.
They joke about that. I do yoga in the morning.
I don't know.
I
would really have to think, and I don't think that would be able to come up with something in this time frame.
Solve a Rubik's Cube.
Everyone in the family meditates except for me. That's
I don't.
me. Except for Isabel and I.
Yeah, but I don't think there's anything we can come up with in like the time frame where like we really have to think.
Yeah.
Sounds good. If you guys could switch lives with any one of your siblings, who would it be and why?
I would switch lives with Emily. Why? Because
well, why not?
Well, why not? Because she's like really talented on the drums, and I want to be able to do that. That'd be really cool. Yeah.
I would switch lives with.
I'd switch lives with Jack because he's like really good at like doing a solo on the guitar. So, and I can't play guitar at all. So I just want to know what it's like just to shred on the guitar, see what it's like. 'Cause I'm always on the keys. So just to see what it's like.
I have no desire to switch lives with anybody.
Why? Yeah.
Emily doesn't either.
I love how George picked Jack though, and you didn't. Like, he was like, because he shreds on the guitar. And
but
like,
not me.
Not Adam.
Adam doesn't shred on the guitar.
But Adam doesn't shred on the guitar.
Sorry, Adam.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't switch lives with anybody.
I wouldn't either, but if I had to, it'd probably be George or Isabel.
Any reason why?
Oh yeah, Isabel because she's a great at lyrics. So I just want to see what it's like to what goes inside your head.
What goes inside your head?
I want to be like what it's like to come up with amazing lyrics. And George because I'm really good.
No one said Adam.
Everyone forget Adam.
No, switch lives with me.
Well,
I'll switch lives with
everybody
that.
else.
I'll switch lives with you.
Cool, Jack. Let's do it.
Or
Doing it
I
just to be
do
nice, don't worry.
Or I do George because George is really good at piano and I know how to play piano too, so that'd be great closest thing I could do for the band, Good thing I can do for the band.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to play each other's instruments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Bass is
learned, I
easy.
think, a G chord on the guitar. And then
Bass is a simplified version of guitar.
No, it's not.
Adam tried doing the drums. And
Adam's
Oh
terrible.
I'm
God!
terrible at drums.
Never have Adam play the drums. Never.
Very
Emily?
bad.
Emily tried once teaching me the drums, but I wasn't really. I figured out that I wasn't really interested in drums.
Ellie's not really interested in the drums. I tried teaching everyone here drums before. Probably Isabel would be the best, and then Jack,
Yes.
and then I think it's George, and then Ellie didn't care, and then Adam.
Emily-
Wait, I'm actually surprised, Ellie, that you haven't played the drums because you have such great rhythm as a percussionist.
Yeah. She doesn't have the attention span though either. Like she would like be playing 1 minute and the next minute be like staring out the window and then grab a
She likes the
snack.
freedom,
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
Be able to run around the
Yeah.
stage
Yeah.
and play.
And I wouldn't be able to do the same thing without if I were to play the drums.
Yeah.
Actually, so speaking of drums, this reminded me. So Emily, you posted a video response to a TikTok comment that said something like male drummers are better than female drummers or something like that. And I loved your response to that because you completely told them off. You proved them wrong. But I was wondering, like, do you get comments like that often, like either on social media or in person?
Well, yeah.
I think at that time I got some of them like that because they're like, "Oh, this isn't complicated," or
They go,
whatever.
it's good for a girl.
It's not like that, but I honestly don't really check my comments anymore. I respond to a couple when I post, but then I don't really check because I mean, there's really no point. I responded to that one person to let them know, and anyone else that's like that, and then now I just kind of leave it. I think, but
yeah, there's always somebody who says
It's one thing for like a guy to say it. It's another thing for someone who's like in their 20s or in their 30s to say something
Yeah.
like that.
yeah.
She's
Like you're a
16.
grown man and you're saying
That's
a
what I-
16-year-old kid. It's like
yeah, the thing is just like continue doing what you're doing. There's always gonna be somebody to say something.
Thanks
somebody
for-
to
There's
say
always
something.
one.
yeah.
There's always going to be
Who
those.
thinks they're superior?
There's always going to be those silly comments.
Yeah.
to say.
Yep. And if you guys were musicians, what would you want to pursue in life?
I was actually
Why
gonna
musicians?
pursue something in Hollywood actually.
Me too, probably.
Before I was a musician, I was looking at like colleges and I was doing stuff like that. And I was thinking about going somewhere off in Hollywood, whether I was like visual effects or directing, possibly acting, stuff like that. But I wasn't sure.
I was into like doing voiceovers and acting kind of stuff. So that's what I probably went into.
But mine was when we first became homeschooled, we're all just looking at. We're also like other than the band, we're also looking at other things. Like I was looking into animation, and then Zach was like cooking, and I was actually going to become an inventor.
Ellie wanted to do something in
I wanted
engineering.
to be an engineer. Yeah.
Yeah. The only problem was that everything I invented was already invented.
It's so funny. You guys are like, I'm going off to Hollywood and stuff. I was thinking of just leading a simple life as a teacher. I was like a teacher or just like work at a small bookshop that's like a coffee shop too. Just
Yeah,
something.
that's so cute.
I
Would
want
you
Yeah.
be like an English teacher?
Yeah, well, I was thinking if I'm an elementary teacher because I like little kids, and so I was thinking either that or work at a bookshop. So
I wanted to open my own pizza place.
That'd be awesome. Jones Pizza.
Yeah,
Montgomery's Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Throw your middle name in there. So do you guys think that there will be any collaborations in the future as musicians? Like, who would you like to collaborate with? Whether it's just like, you know, someone who, like a musician or artist who inspired your musical sound.
We actually have some we're trying to collab with at the moment. We can't mention them, but
Yeah.
we can't mention it. But there's some that we very much admire the music and respect them. So we're trying. We've reached out to them, and there's talks going on. So we're just waiting to hear back.
We have another meeting.
Oh, okay. We have another meeting in 10 minutes.
Okay, yep, no problem. I'm actually almost at the end of my questions. But my next question actually is, if you can describe your band in one word, what would it be?
Our what?
Our
band,
word.
Your band.
Awesome.
Awesome. Radical.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Because those crazy kids.
I would say
Ooh, intriguing.
Intriguing. Yeah, there you go.
You know.
oddity.
That's a good one.
I don't know. I'll go with oddity.
Yeah, oddity.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to anyone who wants to follow in your footsteps?
I would say, if it's something you truly love, then you have to do it. It's not a question. You have to do it.
Yeah.
And if it's something that you know, like in your heart that you want to do, it's like you have to,
You only live once.
yeah, exactly. You only live once, so you got to just, pursue it. Understand that, there's always,
Give it everything you got.
yeah, and you almost have to, like fight for it. Like you just keep going, because if you keep going, then your goals will come true.
Yeah, for sure. And actually, another question I have is, what do your parents think about your new fame on TikTok and as musicians? Because like you guys said, you've been a band for like 6 or 7 years, and you were homeschooled to focus more on music. So what do your parents think about everything?
They don't understand. They don't understand. They're like like the videos we make. Like at first, they were really goofy, bizarre. They didn't know why they were getting so many views, and we didn't necessarily understand it ourselves. But we just spread positivity, and
they've supported us.
Yeah, they've shown us nonstop support.
So yeah,
They supported us all the way.
they supported us when we were truly terrible. It was horrible.
Musicians.
Yes, musicians.
That is.
But
yeah, they've given us nonstop support. They still don't understand, I don't think. But
yeah, they still don't understand.
But we don't understand, so it's all good.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's actually all the questions I have for you guys. Unless you have anything else that you'd like to add, anything that you'd want your fans to know.
Just one.
No, I think you covered all the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot more content coming, soon that we can't say yet, but there's, a lot of behind the scenes, a lot exciting.
2021 is gonna be
Yeah.
a great year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.